about an Aquarius ascendant and moon in Aquarius, an eighth house moon in Aquarius, and a fourth house sun in Libra. All right. So this is if you're a Cancer rising and you have an Aquarius moon, and if you have your sun in Libra, then this is your video. Okay, so let us understand the ascendant or the first house. Okay, the first house is known as the helm of the natal chart. The first house is where Mercury has planetary joy. It is how you are plugged into the matrix. It's your physical body, what you look like, your psychology, your makeup, your psychological makeup. It's basically how you interface with the world. That is your ascendant or your rising sign. Okay. Now, the most important thing to see in a rising sign is the ruler of the nativity or ruler of the ascendant. So you have a Cancer ascendant, and the ruler of Cancer is the moon. Okay, so the moon is in Aquarius for you. It is in the eighth house, and the moon is debilitated because the moon does not do well in Aquarius. It is a Saturn rule sign. So the moon is debilitated already, and you have a Cancer rising. So there could be many issues that could pop up with this, which I'll get into. But what if you're a Cancer rising, right? So you're very emotional, you're very sensitive, you're very protective about your family, your foundation, your home, your hearth. Cancer is the fourth sign of the natural zodiacal wheel, and it is about the mother and child. It is about caring, nurturing. Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So you immediately understand that Cancer is very much about expansion. Rightfully so, it's a cardinal sign. Cardinal signs always want to start something new. They're solstitial. So they bring forth massive change, cardinal signs. Okay, Cancer is water. So cardinal water, this is Cancer is possibly one sign that is most concerned with starting new things, providing care, providing nourishment. But Cancer is a mother, whether you're male or you're female. But sometimes the mothering can become smothering. Okay. Now, as I said, the ascendant is how you will look. So with Cancer, with moon as ruler of nativity, you will possibly have a round oval face, pale silvery complexion, pale whitish complexion. Even if you're dark, you have just a pale hue on your face, silvery hue like the moon. Okay, round face as well. A very pleasant disposition. Cancerians are very pleasant disposition. Okay, they have a very pleasant disposition. Cancer rules the breast and the stomach. So having being a Cancer rising and having the moon and Saturn ruled Aquarius, of course you have to see whether it's a day chart or a night chart, because Saturn and Jupiter do better in a day chart, whereas Mars, Moon, and Venus do better in a night chart. Okay, so that will also determine whether that Sun is, of course, that rising in Cancer. It makes you very susceptible to empathy. You're very compassionate, very much attuned to emotions. Okay, now also when you think of the protective shield of a crab, okay, the symbol of Cancer is a crab. So immediately you realize that Cancerians have a protective shield around them. They can be very moody. Why? Because having the moon as ruler of the ascendant, and the moon moves and fluxes and shifts and changes the most. So that moon is going to make you very moody, and you can have a propensity towards emotional eating, because any form of energetic disturbance, emotional disturbance, you are prone to eating. So that's something you've got to think of. Cancer energy is also very passive aggressive. Now, who is in fallen Cancer? Mars. So you immediately know that taking action, indecisiveness can be a huge thing with Cancer risings. Indecisiveness, okay? Whether you go left, you go right, or where you want to eat, or what you want to do with your life. Tremendous indecision, but very compassionate, very emotional, very caring people, okay? And now, a ruler of the ascendant is Moon. Now, the moon has many significations. The moon is the mother, the moon is emotions, the moon is also the embodiment of our personal mysteries. Okay, so the moon is not in a comfortable position in Aquarius. It's firstly Saturn ruled, and when you look at us Aquarius, something about an Aquarius moon, it's extremely conflicted. Okay, now moon has no enemies. This is something very interesting. Okay, the moon has no enemies in Vedic astrology and is neutral to Saturn. So that moon being placed in Aquarius, there's a neutral vibe going, but we know that Saturn is the greater malefic. So there's always this very emotional dryness, coldness, detached way about Aquarius moons. Even the mother is possibly emotionally very cold and detached. Okay, now that moon in the eighth house, okay, because your Cancer rising, Aquarius is your eighth house. Eighth house is debt, taxes, other people's money, all things hidden. So that moon in that eighth house is already debilitated. First, the Aquarius is not a good place. It's Aquarius is diurnal, moon is nocturnal, not a good place. And then immediately, eighth house means it's afflicted deeply, but there could be gains through partners. Okay, if you get married or if you have a business partner, there could be gains through them. Okay, as well as kidney diseases. Okay, kidney diseases can occur, and as well as somehow moon in the eighth shortens the lifespan either of the mother or the wife of the native. So this is problematic energy with the Aquarius moon. Very, very conflicted somehow. Aquarius is the 11th sign of the zodiac. It deals with larger communities, right? Larger communities and larger networks, even the internet. So, the moon in Aquarius is, of course, very, very involved with larger communities. Also, could be very attracted to online connections. Okay, makes you very intuitive. Moon in Aquarius makes you intuitive, intelligent, humane, because Aquarius is a human sign. Okay, humane sign, so makes you very humane. Okay, as well as outspoken. If you have to see also the placement of Saturn to know what the moon is feeding off. But otherwise, if Saturn is strong, then you'll be very selective of friends. Otherwise, friends can use and abuse you and emotionally drain you. Okay, it can emotionally drain you. You are always in need of constant friendships, and you're in need of a huge social circle, sometimes to your detriment. Okay, and this can create a lot of problems for you. For if you always feel the need to go out, need to socialize, this can be problematic. Very active physically, Aquarius, very active. Air, after all, fixed air. And Aquarius is peculiar because no planet is exalted in Aquarius, and the sun is debilitated in Aquarius because the sun rules its polarity Leo. So you immediately understand that the whole process of individuation or self-actualization is sort of hampered in Aquarius. It's high. It's always about larger communities. Okay, and this can make them cold when it comes to one-on-one relationships. Okay, uh, Moon in Aquarius definitely thinks of other people, thinks of people who are the have-nots in society, and this is one of the most important side of having Aquarius placements, because Saturn, and this is Aquarius, the moon tricon sign of Saturn. So here Saturn is also, Saturn is diurnal, Aquarius is diurnal. So Saturn has excessive joy in Aquarius, more so than in Capricorn, which you all will experience as Saturn moves through Aquarius, and you compare it once it's over, you compare it to Saturn and Capricorn. uh, Very peevish, but very artistic. A moon in Aquarius makes one very artistic, futuristic thinkers. Aquarius is a sign of visionaries, sign of technology. So you're, of course, emotionally very connected to technology with that moon in Aquarius, okay? And also, eighth house is other people's money. So you may be able to get money to develop something with regards to technology that emotionally fulfills you. Okay. Energetic Aquarius. It's air, it's fixed air, and it's really a very futuristic sign. That's why I think astrologers went crazy and gave Uranus its rulership, right, in modern astrology. That was quite interesting. But I take Saturn as a ruler of Aquarius, for there is no one like Saturn to truly ground those Aquarian energies. Okay. Now, of course, you need to also, when you're looking at these placements, you need to break them up into decans, which I'm not going to get into. But you've got to know the exact degree, and you've got to know which triplicity it falls in. For instance, Aquarius is divided into three decans. First decan of Aquarius is Aquarius triplicity. Second decan of Aquarius is Gemini triplicity. Third decan of Aquarius, Libra triplicity. So all of these, breakdowns add or amplify the meaning. This is very important. Okay. uh, these artistic tendencies are all tech related. That's also something to think about. Extremely technological, futuristic thinkers. You possibly like sci fi. Even the music you listen to is possibly different. Now we come to Sun in Libra. Okay, Sun is in Libra. Yes. Sun is in Libra. Yes. Sun is in Libra in the fourth house. So this is the Kendra house. This and Libra ruler is Venus. So you've got to really see how Venus is placed in your chart. If you have a day chart, Venus is more of a malefic. If you have a night chart, Venus is operational, benefic. But also, of course, you have to see that Venus is not in fall, or Venus does not have any debilitation by being conjunct the malefics or Rahu, or something like that. So, Sun in Libra, Sun is the father. Like I said, Sun is the sense of I am, a healthy ego. Okay, I am that I am. However, that Sun in the fourth house and Libra, I mean, noted in Aries. So, Libra being the polarity of Aries, the Sun is in fourth position. So, there's obviously some problem with the father. Okay, like the father was never available. And fourth house is the crux of the zodiacal wheel. It's called subterranean in Hellenistic astrology. So, heartless, it can make one heartless, the native, if Sun is in the fourth house in an afflicted position. All right. Selfish, deceitful. Also, you can have blood pressure with Sun in the fourth house in Libra, and that Sun is in fall. Now, when you look at who is exalted in Libra, Saturn is exalted in Libra, and that Sun and Saturn are not friends. So immediately you understand that there is something up with this particular Sun in Libra. Okay. Now, this also could give heart ailment to father, Sun in the fourth house. Also stomach problems, because fourth house is the natural place of Cancer, and you already have a Cancer rising with these placements. So problems with the stomach is something that I see. You could inherit property with this. Okay, also that moon in the eighth house, there are chances of you inheriting something. Okay, from the mother. And honestly, when you look at the moon ruled by Saturn, right, you have to understand, of course, where Saturn is placed. But if you put the moon with, say, Mars, then it becomes really diabolical. Really diabolical. So you have to make these distinctions and try to understand where the where your strengths lie. That's the whole point of astrology. That is the whole point of the big three. Even the lot of fortune in Arabic astrology is calculated using the big three. So you understand how important the big three is in understanding your archetype. So Sun in the fourth house in Libra, Moon in the eighth house in Aquarius, and a Cancer rising. What could be your profession? Tech oriented, but something that emotionally fulfills you. Because no matter what you do, if you are not emotionally fulfilled, then it's going to make your life hell. So designing apps, and because of that Cancer, designing apps for maybe elderly or children, or the Capricorn is a signification of elderly. But I said elderly because Cancer always provides support, always provides an umbrella to care. So you could develop an app either for mothers or for the destitute people in society. And Aquarius always likes to pick the underdog, the destitute, the have-nots. So it makes one very noble. And Libra Sun is always a peacemaker, always a negotiator. So you have the archetype of the mother. So you're mothering, very mothering energy. You have the archetype of the creative, inventive genius with an Aquarius moon. And with the Libra sun, you are the archetype of diplomacy, negotiations, also justice related things you could do. Work in the justice department, because Aquarius is also very concerned with justice. So, and Cancer in its own way is very concerned with justice. More so, they give more importance to the emotional fulfillment of the moment, Cancerians. But somewhere they are also very, very tuned to justice, because it is a sign of the mother. How can the mother not be oriented towards justice, right? Libra rules the pelvis that supports, keeps us erect. So sun being having the sun in fall position there could be problem with the way you stand, your stance, your gait. Aquarius rules, Saturn. Aquarius, of course, rules the lymphatic system, the shins, and Saturn rules all skin and hair and the spine. So having the moon there, problems could occur also with regards to hair growth. Cancer risings tend to have good hair because it's possibly the most fertile sign of the zodiac. So they tend to have good hair. But when you put that ruler of that ascendant in a Saturn ruled sign, there could be problems with hair growth and also skin issues. Saturn rules the skin as well. So skin issues and acne and all of that. So I hope you like that video as much as I like making it for you. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And you can get a video just like this explaining your big three for as little as $11.11. Thank you very much. Write to me if you're interested. Tina at tinahills.com. Thank you and speak soon. Bye.